Welcome to my messy room. This is the camera setup, and today I'm going to show you guys how to draw this bed with alcohol markers and colored pencil. To start, I have an 11 by 17 piece of printer paper and then just have one behind it. Tape. So I just put it here, here. Matcha ruler. 4H. I kind of maybe start here, so it needs to be centered. So this is what I use to write the letters. It's kind of like a brush tip. Oh no, I messed up. Okay, so that looks pretty good. It's pretty centered. Kind of messed up though, whatever. And then my whole table is gonna shake because I'm gonna erase that. And then I'm gonna go in, make sure I have the right color. And you see, I leave a little bit of space because I know it's gonna start bleeding. Okay, you can see here, like this one a little bit over the line here, and there's a little bit of bleeding, but that's okay because I'm gonna clean it up with colored pencil crayon afterwards. And it's really about the first strokes, and because you're probably not gonna film this for camera, it doesn't matter as much, but I'll clean up these little things so it looks nicer in the video. I honestly use this basic pencil sharpener still that I probably had in like grade 3, but look how sharp that is. I think my boyfriend got me this like nice pencil sharpener, but like, I never use it. Sometimes if it works, just it's fine, you don't need to fix it. Oh, this is pretty good. So this is pretty good blending, I would say. This one is 247, so I can see here, okay, yeah, like that's a pretty good blend. I like that, I can use that. Other part that I kind of messed up here. I think I'm gonna shade in a little bit here because I can see there's like a darker value just for like the first 1/4 of the bed. Really small details, but that's how you create depth and dimension. Don't panic. If I have a little blotch like this, you know, it's not really worth going back and drawing the whole thing again. So I will take a white gel pen. I have to get a new one. This one is really dirty now, but I will take a white gel pen and basically clean up the space that bled, because it happens. It happens. And there we go. It's like a good little, it's like whiteout. I really need to get a new white gel pen. But even like that, that makes so much more of a difference that this part was cleaned up. And now what to do for this part. I need to find a colored pencil that's kind of close, or just do the marker over again. So with my really cheap pencil sharpener from probably when I was like in grade 5 or something, honestly, I like it, it works. I find that if you spin the sharpener around the pencil crayon, the lead is less likely to break and you get like a nice point. That was something I think I saw on the internet, but that way it's like a nice point. All right, still looking a little crusty and janky, but that's fine. I'm just gonna fill in the spaces first, and then we're gonna work on some of the light and the shadows. So here, this is not, you know, this is not the same as a reference photo because I had to put the marker strokes here. It's too dark. So I'm gonna get my white pencil crayon and start shading it so it's a bit lighter, and then it creates that gradation. Starting here, because you can see the light hits it from the right side, I'm gonna start kind of in circular motions, creating that effect. pressing a bit harder and then just lightening as we go in. And that looks better. And then I'm gonna add some more of this color back in. Pressing harder near this side. And that way we're starting to lighten this dark patch. Yeah, lightening up this dark patch here. And it's already beginning to look better. Okay, you see it's kind of, the gradation looks better, a little. Like the details are so tiny, but on the bed, there's actually like a little bit of darkness right here after the highlight. So I'm gonna add that in. They're tiny, but it really makes the biggest difference. So I got it really sharp and I wanna make sure that there's this really sharp blue line here. And see how much more crisp that is? Right? Just adding in that kind of shadow really makes it pop. It's so tiny, but it makes a difference. Okay, the next part I'm gonna draw that's entertaining probably for people to watch is the headboard, because there's all these beautiful like watercolor trees and whatnot. So looking at my blue sheet, I need something a little bit lighter. Okay, this is my Hawaiian Tropic Blue set. And I'm looking, the Blue Gray 02 looks pretty good, or the B220. So I'm gonna look for these two colors. Okay, this is my Ohuhu set. So I see my MG here and the Blue 220. Okay, we're gonna do some swatches for the light gray. Actually, I will be using the pointed side, so something like that versus the blue gray. I think the blue gray looks better. Oops. And then I'm just gonna wait to see how that dries. It's pretty good, but I wonder if I can even get lighter than that. I don't think I have a lighter blue than that. I'm gonna practice doing it quickly first and then make sure I can kind of replicate that feeling or effect. Dot, 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 dot. Okay, it's kind of giving that effect. All right, finish the headboard, and now I'm gonna use this cool gray one on the brush tip side to create the shadows on the side. And then we're gonna do a little bit of the details, like the, what is it called, the folds of the duvet. And then lastly, we'll do the little wooden legs and then be finished. Just give this little bit. So that way it looks a little bit more seamless. Just do like a nice wide stroke just to seal it off. And then I think I'm gonna do the same here. I'm gonna just do a little more color. The bed, and then I use the chisel tip side because I kind of want to use the least amount of marker. That was bad what I was doing. So the light source is coming this way. I'm just gonna add a little bit more definition here. One big stroke. Oh, I'm nervous. Okay, my hand is shaking. Like that. Color, so I'm just gonna blend it out. always make sure just to keep it consistent, so blend it all out. Gotta use this side. You can see the ink is starting to push up and create a line, which is fine, that's good. Just gonna make it a little more defined. And then the last part, using E35. I use this one a lot all the time for this kind of light medium wood. Just gonna do some quick strokes. Little finishing touches. It's just like this little details like this. Once it's basically finished, I really just go in with the details. It's like adding in more blue. Like here, I want to highlight more of the ridge of the bed, so I'm going to lightly add more blue. So it really gives it that three-dimensional effect. And it's like a suede, the material, so having these light pencil marks that aren't really blended kind of gives more to that suede effect. Just lightly going over it. These are very small things, but it makes the big difference in it looking more realistic. We could finish here, but we're not. I'm gonna darken up these shadows here of the folds using a darker gray. Three hours later, so I'm finished. And later, and my desk is a mess.